So in this class we will discuss about how to control the speed of the DC series motor using single phase semi controlled converter. Okay, the analysis will be similar to the previous classes. Okay, so how we are controlling the speed of the separately accelerated DC motor using the converter. Okay, the analysis will be similar, but here the slight changes will be in the equations. Okay, actually you know that the back EMF, the back EMF EB equal to K phi into N. So in case of DC series motor, generally the series field will be connected in series with the armature circuit. Okay. So in series motor, the flux phi has two components. The flux phi has two components. Okay. So is produced by so one component is produced by the armature current flowing through the series field winding, and the other component is due to the residual magnetism. Okay. Therefore, the total flux is the sum of the flux due to series field winding, armature current, and the flux due to residual magnetism. Okay. So the total flux is the sum of the flux due to armature current and the flux due to residual magnetism, but the flux due to residual magnetism is very small. Okay. Okay. So while writing the flux expression, total flux phi, so we need to incorporate these two parameters. Okay. So let us start the single phase semi control converter. Okay, for DC series motor drive. So in this case, so whenever the single phase semi converter is connected here, actually we know that the semi converter, consists of two SCRs and two diode. It is a combination of SCRs and diode, and there will be freewheeling diode across the load, or here it is the DC series motor. Okay, so here actually the T1 and D1 is one set. Okay, they will conduct simultaneously. Then after that T2, D2 will conduct. Okay, so in case of semi-converter converter, the voltage and current polarity remains same. Okay, the voltage polarity is not going to change, and the current direction remains in either actually mode. Okay, so as the voltage polarity and current polarity always positive, so the power will be positive, and it will operate always in the first quadrant. Only the motoring operation is possible. Okay, only motoring operation is possible here. Okay, so here the AC supply voltage VA. Okay, VA equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay, and here you will get the average value of the output voltage of the semi control converter will be Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Okay. So this is the waveforms for actually waveforms for continuous conduction mode. Okay, and here the supply voltage is this one. Okay, and the output voltage and output currents are shown here. Okay, so when the T1 is on at alpha. So T1 is triggered at alpha. So from alpha to pi, T1 D1 are conducting. Okay, T1 D1 are conducting, and at pi actually the freewheeling diodes start conducting. So during the period pi to pi plus alpha, okay, so the freewheeling diode will appear across the load as a short circuit. So the voltage across the short circuit conductor is 0 volt. Okay, so during the period alpha to pi, the output voltage will be it will replicate the input voltage, and during the period pi to pi plus alpha, the output voltage will be 0 volt. Okay, again when the on the thyristor or the SCR, T2 is triggered at pi plus alpha, the same thing will repeat here. Okay. So during the period, okay, alpha to pi, so when the T1 D1 are conducting, at the time the instantaneous voltage you can write the VA equal to IARA plus LA DI by dt plus EB. Okay. So in this case, the output voltage will be same as the input voltage. Okay. So during the period, okay, pi to pi plus alpha. During the period pi to pi plus alpha, then the freewheeling diode is conducting. So whenever the freewheeling diode is conducting, at that time the output voltage will be 0. So the instantaneous voltage equation can be written as, okay, 0 equal to IRA plus LA di by dt plus EB. Okay. So now you can, in the similar line, you can write here, okay, you can find out the average value of the output voltage across the motor terminal will be equal to VA equal to area divided by base. So you can write 1 by pi alpha to pi Vm sin omega to d over d omega t. So after integration, after simplification, you will get Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Okay. So now you equating the VA terms in the previous expression. So you will get, okay, just see over here. Okay, so this IARA plus EB here. Okay, IARA plus EB equal to VA equal to Vm by pi 1 to 1 plus cos alpha. Here actually, here you see here actually EB equal to K phi N. Okay, so now here we will consider the flux term. Actually the flux consists of two terms. Okay, so one part is due to the armature current, another part is due to residual magnetism. So that's why the term is KAF, IAN and KRESN is coming here. Okay. So from this expression you will get this expression for the speed. So speed N equal to, okay, so Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha minus IRA divided by, okay, KF IA plus KRES. Actually here this is your armature circuit resistance RA consists of both armature resistance plus series field resistance. Okay, this is simply not actually your armature resistance. Okay, this RA is nothing but this is combination of both armature resistance and series field resistance. Okay, actually in DC series motor we know that, okay, the torque is proportional to square of the armature current. T is proportional to I square, or you can write T equal to KF I square. Okay, now substituting the value of IA here, then we will get the expression for the torque. So T equal to, okay, is given by this equation. Okay, so this is the, okay, speed torque relationship in this case. Okay, so based on this expression, okay, for various values alpha, because as the torque is a function of, okay, your firing angle, for various value of firing angle you can draw the speed torque characteristics. Okay, so here here you will get the speed torque characteristic for various value of actually firing angle. Okay, so in here the these characteristics are not straight line, but it is curve, because you know actually this T is proportional to I square. Okay, the torque is proportional to square of the armature current. That's why this curve is coming. Okay, it is okay. So here, okay, for various value of firing angle, okay, for alpha equal to 0 degree, alpha equal to 30 degree, alpha equal to 60 degree and 90 degree, okay, you can plot the speed torque characteristic. So here you can one thing here, okay, for if you will take a particular torque here, okay, for a particular value of torque, so if you are going to increase the firing angle, then the speed will decrease and vice versa. Okay. So this is about your speed torque characteristic. Okay, so in actually what we are doing here, okay, initially we are plotting the okay, you are drawing the circuit diagram, then you need to draw the, okay, input waveforms, then output waveforms, then you have to write the voltage expression, then we need to derive the speed in terms of torque expression. From the from the speed torque expression, then we can plot the speed torque characteristic for various value of firing angle. So this is the this procedure we will follow in all the circuit diagrams.